Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker. Mr. Baker.
Great to see you again. I'm just having a bit of a tidy up. I always pride myself on having a lovely, neat and tidy home. Woo! My tissue paper! And what was it that made that noise that made me jump? Oh, look! It's an amazing aeroplane! Wait a minute. Amazing aeroplanes and terrific tissue paper? That gives me a great idea. Let's try something! Try making a perfect parachute mobile, where you can be the skydiver. Let's make it! We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. Come on! Some coloured paper and a black pen. A ball of modelling clay, a sharp pencil and a paper or polystyrene bowl. Some sticky tape and some glue. Some wool and some tissue paper. And finally, a picture of yourself. Whoa! Now, to make your very own parachute mobile, complete with its own skydiver, like this handsome chap here, we have to start off by drawing a body shape on some coloured paper or card. First, draw a head shape. This one's going to have pointy hair, just like mine. Then draw two arms sticking up in the air. And two legs with boots on the end. Now we can cut this body shape out, but be careful, scissors are sharp. Then stick on thin strips of coloured paper like this onto the body shape. These are going to be the straps on the skydiver's suit. Stick them all on and trim off the extra bits. Now you're ready to turn your skydiver into anyone you want. Very carefully cut just the head part of a photograph and stick it on top of your body on the head shape here. Now for the parachute. For that, we need to make a hole in the centre of our bowl about here. And for that, we're going to use a bowl of modelling clay and a sharp pencil. Now, if we put the modelling clay down first, put the bowl on top, and then very carefully push our pencil through the bowl into the clay, that makes a hole. Excellent. We need to make another 4 holes now. We're going to make one here, 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 and here. Now take 4 pieces of wool. These need to be the same length. There we go. And we're going to tie a big knot at the end of each piece. Now we need to carefully thread these pieces of wool through the holes at the edge of the bowl so the pieces hang underneath, like this. This is a little bit tricky, so you can always ask an adult to help you. When you've threaded the wool through the holes in the edges, tie a knot in a longer piece of wool to go through the hole in the centre of the bowl. But this time, thread it the other way, like this, so that this piece of wool can hold up your bowl. Now we need to cover the bowl with a piece of tissue paper. Any colour will do, you can decide, but I think this green will look good. Before we cover it though, we need to make another hole in the middle. So let's get our modelling clay and gently push the pencil through. Here we go, there's our hole, and this will help us thread our wool through. Great.
Make sure the wool pieces on the edges are pulled out.
And then we can wrap the tissue paper around and stick it into position with sticky tape. Next, we need to attach our skydiver to the parachute.
So, tape 2 bits of wool from one side of the bowl to the back of the nearest hand, and then do the same on the other side. And when it's finished, turn it over.
And now you can hang it up wherever you like. Brilliant!
And why not try some other ideas? You can skydive in your favourite outfit, like this one. Or why not try a rocket flying through space? Or even a skydiving elephant using a bigger bowl for its parachute.
And it gives me another fantastic idea. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3.
Whoa! This is great fun! But I better get back home!
Hey! Who turned out the lights?
Oh, look! The shapes are asleep. Again.
Let's wake them up!
The shape. The shape.
I am a circle.
I am a triangle. I am a square.
I am a rectangle.
The shape.
I am a triangle.
What are the triangles making today? Any ideas yet? It's a witch! Well done, Triangle. Time to get back on the shelf.
Oh, that was a great puzzle today. Those shapes are so clever, you know.
Tocky here. Minute Make time.
It's Minute Make time. Come on. Here's what we're going to make today. A bubble bag.
Great for keeping all your bits and pieces inside.
Very nice. And to make one of these, you will need a pair of scissors, a glue stick, some circles of felt, a long shoelace, a large rectangle of felt, a hole punch and a bubble envelope. Now, do you think it's possible to make this in just 1 minute?
No way.
Well, I think I can do it, Tocky, although I will have to be very quick. Don't worry, though, I'll remind you how to do it at the end. Let's make it in a minute! Right, let's get our bubble envelope and very carefully with some scissors trim off this top end like this. That's it, we go all the way down. Here we go. And then we're going to get our hole punch and make holes at the open end here, like that. Then let's get our shoelace and feed it through the holes like this. And then we're going to tie a knot on the other end. Here we go. Let's tie a knot.
You're not going to do it.
Very funny, Tocky, I get it. Knot, yeah, very funny. There's our knot. OK, right, now let's put some glue on here. And we're going to put on, first of all, our rectangle of felt. On it goes. And then we're going to put our big circle on next. And then we're going to put our medium-sized circle. And then we're going to put on our small circle. And we are finished!
Only just.
And if you've got more than a minute, you can make all sorts of bubble bags. This one is made with felt stripes. And this one has a checked pattern. Bubble bags made in a minute. Why don't you try it? Here's a reminder of how to do it.
Let's go back to the beginning and take another look. First, take a bubble envelope and punch holes through the open end like this. Thread a long shoelace through the holes to make handles and tie knots in the ends. Glue on a large sheet of felt and decorate it with felt shapes to finish your bubble bag.
Why don't you try making it in a minute?
We're here, Mr. Maker!
Oh, hello, everyone.
Watch this!
Ooh.
I am brown. I'm dark blue. I am green. I am red. I am grey. I'm yellow. I'm light blue. I am black. It's a go-kart!
Well done, everyone. See you soon. Now it's time to...
Frame it. Frame it. Frame it. Now, take a look at this.
What a brilliant tissue paper snail! It's very easy to make and looks so good you'll be able to frame it. You will need coloured card, tissue paper, PVA gloopy glue, a pen, a paintbrush, scissors and some googly eyes. Use lots of different colours of tissue paper and scrunch it into little balls. Then use a pen to draw a picture. This is going to be a snail. Cover the snail's body with gloopy glue. And stick tissue paper balls all over it. Now cover the snail's shell with glue. Use different coloured tissue paper balls and stick them around the shell in a spiral shape. Then fill in the spaces on the rest of the shell in another colour of tissue paper. Cut out a mouth shape from some card and stick it down. Finally, glue on 2 googly eyes to finish your snail. Doesn't that look fantastic?
What a brilliant picture! Why don't you have a go? And then frame it!
Very impressive. Now, what's going on here?
I'm looking at the night sky through my telescope. There's the North Star. And there's the plough. The night sky is so beautiful. I love it when the moon shines brightly and the stars twinkle down from up on high. Oh, look, even wise old Mr. Owl likes it too. Ooh, and that gives me a great idea. Let's make something.
Try making twinkling twigs and a pinecone owl. Sparkly.
Let's make it. We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. Come on. Some twigs and a pine cone. Some glitter and a pencil. Gloopy PVA glue and a glue stick. Some coloured paper and an old plastic lid. Whoa! Now we also need some googly eyes and some air drying clay. Now we can get these from an art and craft shop. I'll be back in a tick. I've got them. Here we are. There are 2 googly eyes. And here's the air drying clay. Now you can make your very own twinkling twigs.
That's a perfect home for a woodland creature.
Just start off by moulding your air drying clay into a plastic lid like this. Squeeze it down and push it all the way out to the edges. Now we're doing this because it's going to hold all of our twinkling twigs in place. Now we can start arranging our twigs. Now you can arrange them however you like, but how about we start with this nice big large twig here
And push it into the clay at the front.
Now we can start with some other twigs. How about we get this rather tall twig and push it in at the back? Now you'll notice that some of my twigs have dried leaves on them. Now these look great, it really adds to the effect.
Choose as many twigs as you like, push them into the clay and leave it to dry.
Then, to make your twigs twinkle, stand your clay base on some old paper or an old tray and cover the whole thing in gloopy glue.
And now for the fun bit, shake on some glitter.
And once it's covered in glitter, shake any extra glitter off.
And leave it to dry again.
Once your twinkling twigs are dry, you can make a woodland creature to go in them.
Like this pinecone owl.
So, let's get some coloured paper.
And draw a curvy shape like this.
There we go. Now, on some different coloured paper.
Draw the same curvy shape, but a bit smaller.
And last but not least, let's get a piece of yellow paper like this and draw a triangle. Now this is going to be the beak for our owl. Now we can cut all of our pieces out, but be careful because scissors are sharp. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Now glue the pieces together to make the owl's eyes and beak like this. Then
There's a finishing touch. Let's add 2 googly eyes. There's 1 and there's 2. It's the face of our owl, and we can stick it onto our pinecone with some gloopy glue. Finally, glue your owl onto the big twig at the front.
using lots of gloopy glue. You might want to hold your owl in position as it starts to dry.
And when everything is dry, gently take the clay out of the lid like this. And there, look at it.
Isn't it sparkly?
And you can even try making other things twinkle amongst your twinkling twigs.
How about making a lot of twinkling twigs with a pine cone and card fox and a little conker robin?
Why don't you try making your very own twinkling twigs? A perfect present for your friends and family. Oh,
Time to go!
oh, that's it for now. My making time's over, but yours is just beginning. See you soon. It's time to put all this stuff back in its box.
If you like making things like Mr. Maker, visit bbc.co.uk/cbbs for more ideas. Come on, mini makers, let's dance with the shapes.
I am a circle.
Spin around in a circle on the ground.
I am a triangle.
Clap your hands in the air, triangles everywhere.
I am a square.
Everybody draw a square, draw it here, draw it there.
I am a rectangle.
Bounce everybody, bounce like you just don't care. What's it going to be? Wait and we will see. A shape for you and me. Mr. Maker. Mr. Maker.
Hello there, great to see you again. I'm just about to have a look in my doodle drawers. There's lots of fantastic things in here, all great for making art with. Let's have a look. Aha, there are pens. There are pencils. There are pears. Pears? No, that's not right. Hang on, let's have another go. There are pens. There are pencils. There are pineapples. Pineapples? That's not right either. Let's have one more try. Right. There are pens. There are pencils. And there are plates. Plate? Oh no, you can't make anything with a polystyrene plate. Or can you? Hang on to your handlebars, I'm having an idea. Let's try something.
Try printing a perfect picture by painting on a polystyrene plate.
Let's make it. As well as our polystyrene plate, we'll need some other things from the doodle drawers. A pencil and a pair of scissors. Some paint and a small sponge. And a piece of card. Now, to make a plate print like this one here, you will need a polystyrene plate. Now, we need to cut off the rim all the way around the edge. But be careful because scissors are sharp. Now we can draw a design on the smoothest side of this plate by pressing firmly with a pencil. Let's draw a crocodile. But don't press too hard though, or you'll tear the plastic. Now use a small sponge to dab paint all over the picture. There we go. Next, press the wet side down onto some coloured card and press firmly. Lift it up. And there you have the perfect plate print. What a clever crocodile. And it's so easy to do. There are lots of other designs you could try as well.
How about a fish in the sea? A boat on the waves? Or even a plane? You can print anything with a polystyrene plate.
Ooh, that sounds familiar. Come on. Let's go and take a look.
It's the shapes. They're asleep again.
Let's wake them up.
I am a circle.
I am a triangle. I am a square.
I am a rectangle.
I am a shape.
I am a rectangle.
What's hiding in the rectangles? Can you guess what it is? It's a crane. Well done, Rectangle. It's time to get back on the shelf.
Oh, I really do love those shapes, you know. They're very funny.
Tocky here. Minute Maid
Oh,
time.
great! It's Minute Maid time! Come on! And here's what we're going to make today. A slot plane. Sorry, I was being a bit silly there, wasn't I? Or some might say, plain silly. No? Oh, OK. Well, to make a slot plane, you will need a pair of scissors, a glue stick, a black pen, a triangle of white card, a sausage shape of white card and a large rectangle of white card. Now, do you think it's possible to make this in just 1 minute?
No way.
Oh, I see. Well, I think I can do it, but I will have to be very quick. Don't worry, though. I'll remind you how to do it at the end. Let's make it in a minute.
Stop the clock.
Let's go! Let's get our triangle and our sausage shape of white card. And if we glue the triangle on the end, that will make a good fin for our aeroplane. There we go. Now I'm going to turn it over and fold it in half like that, and then make a snip very carefully along this folded edge. That's going to make a slot. Now if we open that up, we can make ourselves a wing by drawing a wing shape on this rectangular piece of card there. Now I'm going to get a pair of scissors and cut this wing shape out very carefully.
Be careful.
I'm being careful, Tocky, don't you worry. There comes the wing. There we go. Right, now, hopefully, our wing will slot into our plane. Let's have a look. Yes, it does. That looks great. OK, now I'm going to get my black pen and draw on a window at the front, and then windows all the way along. There's one there, one there, one there, and one there. I've done it!
Stop the clock.
Phew! That was close. But if you've got more than a minute, you can always tape on a piece of string and ask someone to hang it up for you. Hee-hee! Plus, there are lots of other designs that you can try too.
What about a stunt plane made with red card and a pointy body? Or even a cartoon-style jet with a big round body and short round wings. Slot planes.
Made in a minute. Why don't you try it? Here's a reminder of how to do it.
Let's go back to the beginning and take another look. To make a slot plane, glue the triangle to one end of the oval card. Draw a wing shape on the bottom edge of your card and cut it out. Fold the plane in half. Make a small snip and slot the wings through the middle. Draw windows at the front and down the sides of your slot plane. And then ask someone to hang it up.
Why don't you try and make it in a minute? Let's find out.
I am red. I'm yellow. I am orange. I am brown. I am pink. I am green. It's a lollipop!
Well done, everybody. See you next time. Now it's time to...
Frame it. Frame it. Frame it. Now, take a look at this.
This underwater picture is very effective, and you don't even need a paintbrush to make it. What's more, it looks so good, you'll be able to frame it. You will need white paper, card, strips of blue and green tissue paper, some water, sponges, black paint, scissors, a pen, a pencil, and some modelling clay. Start by wetting the white paper with a sponge. Then lay blue and green tissue paper strips across the paper all the way to the bottom, like this. Now wet the tissue paper with a sponge and then put it to one side. Take a piece of card and use a pen to draw the outline of an underwater creature. This is going to be a shark with a pointy nose, 2 fins and a tail. Then pierce a hole in the card using a pencil and some modelling clay. Use the hole to help you carefully cut the shark shape out. When the tissue paper has dried, peel it off and you will see that the colour from the tissue paper has transferred to the paper underneath. Then lay the shark shape on top and dab black paint through the hole onto the paper behind. Leave it to dry and then remove the shark shape to reveal a shark swimming underwater.
What a brilliant picture! Why don't you have a go? And then frame it!
Isn't that great? I like making pictures out of all sorts of things. So,
let's make a picture out of game pieces. Whoa! Hey! Whoa!
what are they going to make? Can you guess what it is? It's a corn on the cob. And what's this?
Here's a magnet. And it likes to stick to things that are made of metal. A bit like... Whoa! Whoa! A can! Whoa! 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 Some paper clips. Whoa! Oh, a fridge. Or a shiny metal statue of the world's most handsome artist. Ooh. Anyway, the point I'm making is that magnets are great. And they've just given me a fantastic idea. Let's make something.
Why not make a funny face magnet out of tinfoil, tissue paper and a magnet?
Let's make it! We'll need some things from the doodle drawers. Are you coming? Tinfoil and tissue paper. Some paint. Some glue. And some wool and a black pen. Whoa! We'll also need some googly eyes and a magnet. Now we can find these in an art and craft shop. I'll be back in a tick. I've got them. Here they are. Our googly eyes and the magnet. Now to make your very own funny face magnet, like this one here, first, scrunch up a big ball of tinfoil. Let's get scrunching. There we go. Now we've got ourselves a tinfoil ball. We're going to push down on it so we get a flat bottom. There we go. Our ball has now got a flat bottom so it can sit down on the table. Now, let's roll 3 small balls of tinfoil, 1 for a nose and 2 for the ears. Here we go. Now let's glue them on with a glue stick. Start with the nose. And now the ears. There. Now let's cover everything in a thick layer of gloopy glue and some ripped up pieces of tissue paper. Now, make sure you cover all of the foil on the front and the back.
And then leave it to dry.
Now decide who you want your funny face to be and paint it. Now to make funky hair, we need to cut small pieces of wool like this. Now you can use whatever colour you like, but I think I'll choose red, yes. Be careful though, because scissors are sharp. Ooh. When you've got some pieces like that, we need to fold them in half into a sort of loop.
And glue them behind the ears. And use some smaller pieces of wool for eyebrows.
Then add details with a black pen.
And stick on some googly eyes.
There we go. Now our funny face magnet is nearly finished.
We just need to add a magnet like this.
It looks a bit different to the one that I had earlier, but don't worry, it still works and will still stick to anything that's metal, like this metal button here. Very clever. So let's turn over our funny face and stick it to the back. And when it's dry, your funny face magnet is ready to stick wherever you want, as long as it's made of metal, like this. Very clever indeed. And there are lots of funny face magnets that you can try.
Look at this one. It's got spiky hair made out of pipe cleaners. Or how about this old lady with pipe cleaner glasses and white cotton wool hair? You can make whoever you want. Maybe a princess with long hair and a pointy hat. Or even a circus ringmaster with a curly moustache.
Brilliant funny faces made thanks to the magic of magnets. Whoa! Whoa! Oh, I think I'll stick to smaller magnets in the future. Oh.
Time to go!
Oh, that's it for now. My making time's over, but yours is just beginning. See you soon. It's time to put all this stuff back in its box.
If you like making things like Mr. Maker, visit bbc.co.uk/cbbs for more ideas.